Hey guys, okay, so today I kind of wanted to talk about 5 important things that I feel like every transgender girl or boy out there should know when starting their journey. So this is a series that I kind of wanted to start because I can do 5 this, 5 that, 5 makeup tips, 5 dressing tips, 5 social tips, like all that kind of stuff. Certain like tips and things that I wish I would have known when I was first starting. Hopefully it would just make it a little bit easier for you guys. So that is what today's video is all about. If that sounds interesting to you, then let's get started. I'm currently in the basement. So every time somebody walks above me, you can literally hear them like... Okay, so tip number 1, I wanted to start with time. Time is everything. So when you think about it, timing when to come out as trans, when to tell people you're trans, you know, some people are faster than others, but like time. You really want breasts to develop, your hair growth, it's going to take time. So you want to get laser hair removal, start now. Before you know it, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome and perfect and like whatever, but just knowing that everything takes time. Whenever you're in a situation where you're like, oh, like I wish I had this, or like I wish I had that, or whatever, just know that all in good time you'll be at the place that you wish you are now. And then you'll be looking back and you'll be like, oh my God, like if I would have just breathed in that moment and like settled down, everything is okay now, which is really cool. It's really insightful to look back at. Number 2, information to inform, to educate. So education. So starting your transition is obviously new to you because you've never done it before. You probably had to research a lot. It's probably super exciting and it's probably a little bit nerve-wracking. One of the biggest things I would say is just to remember that everybody else in your life is going through a transition too. So yes, it is very difficult for you to go through and it's confusing and scary at times and exciting and all these things, but to them, it's just as scary sometimes. It can be just as confusing at times. It could be obviously exciting for them because they're happy for you, but just remember that everybody is going through a transition. It's not just you. You're not alone in the sense where nobody's going to know what to do overnight and nobody's going to know the answer. Not everybody might not know how to help you, and you have to educate people as you educate yourself. It's not realistic to think that everybody's just going to go out and educate themselves. It's really awesome when people educate themselves, and I really highly recommend that everybody educates themselves, but putting it on them that they have to do this or they should do this is only going to distance you further from the person because you're upset at something that like shouldn't be held to them, like held accountable. You're upset at something that shouldn't have been held accountable to them. Oh my God. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like everybody has things going on in their life, you know? So just kindness. So kind of stemming off the education part, I would say just because when you start your hormones, you kind of fluctuate in your mood and in your, anger management and in your emotions, and you get like really wishy-washy. When people don't know things, you can't just get mad at them, and that's something that I wish I hadn't done. I wish I gave people more time, more education, and more kindness, certain people, because yes, it was hurting me, right, going through it, but again, like these people, it's all new to them too. So just giving them kindness and just coaching them along. Also being kind to yourself. This is something that I struggled with a lot. I'm at a really good place right now in my life. I'm feeling really good and I'm really happy to be where I am. But there was a lot of times where I would just beat myself up in my head. And every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, ew, like you're disgusting. Like you don't look this way, or like you're too this, or like whatever. And, kindness. A little bit of kindness goes a long way. So kindness. I want to add love, because love, when you're kind to people and you show them love, I know it might sound cheesy or dramatic to explain it that way. There are a lot of people in life who lack love in their life. And even me growing up with so much love and so much support, I still lack love in certain areas. It's hard to be different. It's hard to go through a different journey. It's hard to feel alone. It's hard, but it's also harder when you don't feel loved and you don't have that love coming in at you every day. I watched Jaclyn Hill's video last night, and she was talking about if you have something nice to say it. There are way too many negative things that are spread in the world. It's way too easy to be like, ew, negative, negative, negative. But once you start practicing positivity, like, I make a point to try to say as many positive things that come across in my mind. So compliments to people when they come into work, like, oh my God, I love your bag, I love your hair, like, ooh, girl, like, you look stunning, like, stuff like that. Not only does it make them feel good, but it makes you feel good too, because you're spreading positivity, like, you're spreading love, and they're in return giving you back love. And like, love is a very big thing, and it makes the world go round. A wise woman once told me, you move through life in two directions: fear, which is like backwards or stagnant, and then love, which is what brings you forward. So yeah, love makes it easier for everybody. Number 4, I would have to say unique. Everybody's unique. And I thought I was unique for being trans. But then in the world or the realm, the label of trans, there are so many different types of people, different types of sexuality, different types of personality, different types of, all these different things. And what I didn't realize is that I was trying to figure out what being trans is. I knew I was born in the wrong body. I knew I was attracted to men. I knew that I wanted to be a woman, or I was a woman. But I went through a period of time where I was just like, I need to love my body, and I need to love this, and I need to be this way. But the thing is everybody's unique. I think it is really important to, if you're feeling comfortable, to try to see both sides, try to experiment, try to do all that kind of stuff. But just remember, everybody's unique. And just because one person's feeling one way, or you watch these people online and they do it one way, your way might be different, and my way is different, and it was different. And it took me a lot longer to get some places than others, and some people, it takes them a lot longer than me even. So focus on you, focus on what makes you happy, surround yourself with positive people and vibes, and the people that just bring you up, like bring your vibration up. But just remember, your story, your journey is unique, and you don't need to follow anybody else's footsteps or listen to footsteps happening upstairs. Okay, and so the last one I wanted to talk about, I don't know how to really say this in one word besides like life. So the last one is life. One of the things that I remember, like my mind frame used to be like, oh, if I get this done, I'll feel happy and I'll be transgender and my transition will be over. If I have, this surgery and that surgery and my hormones do this for me and my voice and like all this kind of stuff. If I know how to do my makeup properly, if I get my hair done properly, like if I have a boyfriend, if I have a family, if I have a dog, like all these things. But the truth is, nobody's finished transitioning, and that's not just trans people. In my opinion, I believe that we're all transitioning for our whole lives. Think of 10 years from now. You're going to have to transition your skincare because your skin's going to be different. You might not have the same people in your life. That's a transition. I will never stop trying to update or uplift. I had it in my mind for a long time. Like, once I get this surgery and once I get that surgery, I'm going to be transitioned and I'm going to be happy and like life's good. But it's not a destination, just like life in general. You hear this all the time. It's about the journey, and it's about like what you're learning and what you're spreading along the way. Never stop building yourself up and making yourself a better person and spreading that light and love and positivity to other people as well. And just know that you'll be doing that for the rest of your life. It's not, oh my God, I'm a woman and I feel great and that was a hard 5 years. No, like you're going to be doing that forever. And there's no time limit. There's no such thing as too much knowledge. There's not such thing as too much love and kindness. There's no such thing as the way your life has to be or has to go or any rules to follow. Everybody's unique, and everybody will be continuing to work on themselves for their whole life. Physically, mentally, everything. I get so emotional when I start talking about this stuff. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, smile, Corey, smile. And then I'm like, oh, because like, it is emotional for me, and I think it's emotional for a lot of you out there too. And when I'm talking about it, it reminds me of, the feelings that I felt going through everything. So it does bring back a lot of emotion, but I'm glad that I'm sharing it with you guys because it's something that sparks passion within me to spread that love to you guys and learn along the way as well. Like I learn from things that you guys share with me, and I learn from even hearing myself speak about my own trials and tribulations and errors and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I will see you later. Bye.